Our adversaries view their fight against America as a global fight. We see their efforts playing out across Europe and Africa in particular. Now is not the time for an American withdrawal from these theaters. We cannot allow the Chinese Communist Party and its partners in Moscow, Tehran, and Pyongyang to overcome us strategically or to erode the ability to protect American interests around the world. We cannot wish away the Russian threat. Despite Russia's aggression, there are some who believe now is the time to reduce drastically our military footprint in Europe. This is a viewpoint with which I disagree. I'm troubled that this deeply misguided and dangerous view is held by some mid-level bureaucrats within the Defense Department. They've been working to pursue a U.S. retreat from Europe, and they've often been doing so without coordinating with the Secretary of Defense and the National Security Council. As I have said, Russia is now mobilized for permanent war. Withdrawing now would doom any hope of lasting peace in Europe.
In recent months, the position of the United States has reversed. The Trump administration has repeatedly shown disrespect and contempt for NATO and our European allies. The Trump administration has begun negotiating with Vladimir Putin, but has surrendered much of our strongest leverage for nothing in return. As the administration seeks to negotiate an end to the war, I would point out that Russia is not in a strong position. Russia's closest ally in the war, Iran, is weaker than it has been in decades due to recent Israeli and U.S. actions. In contrast, the Ukrainian military continues to hold its ground and to display impressive innovation on the battlefield. And the Ukrainian people remain resolute in the face of daily Russian brutality. I would argue that there is never a time to appease Putin, but it is certainly not now. The Russians do not seem interested in actually negotiating or ending this war, and the Ukrainians should not be forced to make a deal that disadvantages them.
So we continue to face a very historic time in the European theater. Russia's war in Ukraine, now in its fourth year, has revealed Russia to be a chronic threat, and we see in the future it will be a growing threat, one that is willing to use military force to achieve its geopolitical goals, and is today actively waging a campaign of destabilization across Europe and beyond. Further exacerbating this threat from Russia are the deepening partnerships among our adversaries, Iran, the Communist Chinese Party, the DPRK, and Russia itself, and these are increasingly posing a global risk. We are laying the groundwork for European leadership, and thus for more years of peace and prosperity for the United States of America. It's a long road ahead, and a sustained vigilance and pressure will be required, but we will get there. This has been to protect vital U.S. interests. Our strengthened allies will increase our strength, and our deep relationships give us the access, the basing, and the intelligence necessary to do this.
Africa remains a nexus theater from which the United States cannot shift its gaze. It is home to terrorists who take advantage of conditions in Africa to grow and export their ideology. ISIS controls their global network from Somalia. It is where the Chinese Communist Party actively works to change the international rules-based order as a stepping stone to become the global hegemon. And it's where the Russian Federation seizes opportunities created by chaos and instability. Now, to protect our homeland and the United States' interests, we must deter these nations and their malign actors from their goals on the African continent.